Hello everyone. The title is not wrong. This really is a CK2 video. Few days ago, I decided to give Crusader Kings 2 another try. I haven't played CK2 in over 2 years now, and a lot of things have changed since then. So I decided to enlist the help of a fellow Paradox gamer, enigmatic Rose. Rose has a lot of hours on CK2, definitely way more than me, and she streams it fairly regularly as well. You can check out her Twitch channel, there is a link in description. We decided to do this playthrough because CK2 is now free to play, the base game that is, so if you want you can pick it up right now. And we are only using 2 DLCs for this playthrough, the Old Gods and Way of Life. Those DLCs are fairly cheap and you can pick them up for even cheaper during sale events. Additionally, Paradox has just announced Crusader Kings 3, which will come out in 2020. So it just makes sense to brush up on CK2 a bit and get ready for CK3. If you have never played CK2, this playthrough might be a bit tough to follow, but basically in CK2 you play as the character and the family. It's more about role-playing than conquest such as in EU4. So you might see me say some pretty horrible things, just keep in mind it's for the sake of role-playing characters, okay? For this playthrough we are starting in Ireland, which is commonly called Newbie Island in CK2 because it's an easier start for newer players. We are also playing this on sort of a multiplayer, but Rose will be on observer mode only, while I play as a Duke in Ireland. Fair warning, CK2 observer mode is broken as hell, and you will see a lot of examples of that during the playthrough. Out of observer mode, CK2 seems fairly stable with minimal bugs, in my experience at least for the short time I have played the game recently. We streamed the whole series over a few days for a lot of hours, but here you will only see an edited version of it, a condensed edited version. If you want to see the whole VOD, you can find it on Rose's Twitch channel for some time at least. So without further ado, let's jump into the game.
So you are going to be the Duke of Connacht over here.
Duke of... who?
Connacht. It's the top left quadrant of Ireland.
Connacht, I see it.
The problem with Mumu in this start is the guy is like 62 years old.
Okay.
So Rad would get to play him for maybe 2 years before he dropped dead. And we'd like to get him to start with a younger guy so we can get a better feel of how the game has changed. When was the last time you played this?
It's been, I think, 2 years at least. It's been a while. And I only have 36 hours on it, so, you know, it's not...
That's nothing in a PDX game, as we both know.
Exactly, yeah.
Yep, I am teaching in observer mode. We are going to be doing this with Rad playing. I will be in observer mode, so I can hop in and see exactly what he sees and everything. Thing is, we will do that paused, because CK2 observer mode is broken, Rad.
Okay.
I can direct your troops, and I can tell your holdings to build buildings and stuff from observer mode. U4 observer mode's not quite the same though. I mean, you get the pop-ups and everything, but it doesn't do anything if you click them. CK2, you click the pop-ups, and if you click the different pop-up from the one that the player clicked, then the character gets both events happening to them at the same time.
Oh, okay. All right, so we are in Ireland, and I just want to start saying that I have 36 hours in game, so I am a real newbie. But I have a lot of hours in EU4, so I understand, you know, some concept of a grand strategy game, just not CK2, because essentially they are pretty different. Rose, how many hours do you have on CK2?
1,700 something? What is it now? Yep, 1,715.
Okay, that's a lot.
All right, so your map modes are the same, pretty much. So a lot of the same hotkeys as you know from EU4. Q gives you our lovely terrain map mode, which you will probably almost never click on.
Same as U4, yep.
You'll spend most of your time on W, which is the realms.
W.
It does tend to use color coordination between different cultures and religions. So if you notice, all the green here in Ireland are Catholic Irish, or Irish Catholics.
Okay.
There's that little blue over in Dublin, though it's called Difflin here.
Difflin, yep, and Meath, yep.
If you click on Difflin and you click on, there's Count Olaf there, he is actually Norse Germanic.
Germanic pagan, okay.
He is an invader. He is a descendant of Ivar the Boneless, if you ever watched the Vikings. So the goal eventually would be you want to kick them out of here. You have a bunch of pop-ups on the top of your screen, 5 to be exact.
Yes.
All right. The first one you see is there's a little shadow of a man with arrows sticking out of his head.
Yes.
That, if you click on...
character focus.
that's your character focus.
Okay.
Which, you're pretty good at murdering people, actually. Your stats are randomized because they didn't know anything about this character besides his name.
Got it. So if I see my stats, I have Diplos 7, Martial 6, Stewardship 7, Intrigue 18. That means I'm good at murdering people. And Learning 3, and I have Personal Combat skill of 9. Okay.
Personal combat skill, because we don't have Holy Fury activated, mainly has to do with if you picked the war focus here, then you could duel people that are your rivals.
Oh, like one-on-one duel?
Yep, like one-on-one duel.
Cool. That sounds great. Okay.
Though nothing's guaranteed, and you could have a score of 50 and someone has a score of -2 and they manage to get a lucky hit in and kill you.
Yikes. So there's a crit chance. Okay.
Your other stats, from where you are, actually, Intrigue is probably not the best choice or the best stat for you to have, because you're mostly going to be going to war with people.
All right. But still, we'll be able to kill babies and people.
Yes, like, you could happily go around and kill all of your vassals and their entire families, and then take the land for yourself. Well, let's actually wait on the focus to take a look around your realm first.
All right.
Next up, you have special minor titles. We'll leave that one for a moment. That's your designated regent.
Special minor titles. Okay, I see it, yes.
If you click on it, it takes you to another screen.
Yes.
And the designated regent is in gold. That's because that minor title has power. If you die before your son, your heir, is of age, then your regent is in charge of your nation.
Okay, that makes sense. So my son is 6-year-old right now. Okay, so should we designate a regent or not?
Not just yet, because I'm going to get to something else in a second.
Okay.
But then the other ones are for opinion. You give them to someone as long as they're alive or in your realm. They have that title. They like you more.
Got it.
You also have idle council members. We'll deal with those in a moment. That's your third tab, your third notification. You also have ruler unmarried.
Yes.
You should get married. You have 3 sons and no wife.
That sucks. Also, I'm 25, so yeah. Okay, let's do it.
There's 2 wedding bands next to you.
Yes, arranged marriage.
So let's see who we have available for you.
Okay. So, Hedwig, Princess of Germany. This person holds claim to these titles, Germany. So that would be cool.
So when you get married, there tend to be 3 things you're considering. You either want an alliance, you want a wife with really good stats who will boost yours because half of her stats count for your stats.
Excellent.
Or you're looking for congenital traits. Like, is she a genius? Is she strong? Is she attractive?
Okay.
At this point, you don't have a lot of options when the game starts.
Okay, got it. Understood. This one is Flamboyant Schemer. She has a lot of... Wow, that'll be a lot of intrigue together with her and me.
Yep, because you'll get another 6 from her.
Yeah, and Cynical, Gluttonous, Proud, Greedy. Okay.
She's not a very nice lady, but one danger of marrying her is if she gives you a son, she's likely to try and murder your other sons.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I can see that happening. Okay.
Though, if you scroll down a little bit, you see a little girl called Elgiva, courtier in England. She's 14.
Courtier in England. I see it. She is brave, envious, gregarious, and temperate. 43850. Okay.
Her stats aren't amazing, but that stewardship is actually pretty good because you have low stewardship. At a 7, it's under 10.
Yes.
Under 10 is low.
Okay. And is there these stats go from 0 to what?
Anything. It breaks if you try and go over 99 when creating a character, if you have that DLC.
But it can also naturally occur in game. Someone can be like 90 plus character. Oh, that's okay.
Depending. Usually, though, you don't see above like 30. I think I've seen like a 43 once. That was with the son of Satan.
All right, so she's 14, which is the perfect age, obviously.
And you see that sword with the
Yes, the combat modifier?
Yeah. No, next to her portrait, there's a little sword with the cancel modifier.
It tells you a non-aggression pact.
With England.
Yes.
Which is pretty good.
He also holds claims to the Wessex, wherever that is.
Wessex over in southern England.
Yeah.
It's where the King of England is. So she is somehow related to the royal family in England.
Excellent.
She'd be a great person to marry yourself to. Because if you can manage to turn that non-aggression pact into an alliance and someone attacks you, England's got a lot of troops that they might be willing to come and help you with.
That sounds good. And then we can backstab them later and take it for ourselves. So that's great.
Probably a few generations down the line. You want to consolidate your power in Ireland first.
Okay. Okay, right click and propose that the king tagged and Elgiva get betrothed. As a king, we would gain 28 prestige from marrying to House of Essex and 100 from marrying the relative of a king.
Yes, so you get a lot of prestige from it too.
Great. So yes, send.
Yes.
Send. All right, did it.
She's actually a sister of the king, and that's why she has claims. Well, she has a claim to the county, claim to the Duchy of Wessex, which sadly is not as amazing as it would be if she had a claim to the kingdom. Claims are important.
Yeah. I see. She has a weak claim on the Duchy of Wessex.
Which to take that land, you would have to kill, or you'd have to fight all of England. And England has, if you click on the king, you can see his troop count in the right-hand side of his character sheet.
Okay.
5.36k.
5.36k. Okay, and we have 273. Awesome. No, wait, not even that. Wait. 590. Okay.
590. But you have potential vassal allies of 1156.
I see. Yes. Potential vassal ally.
Because you are not actually a feudal lord. You are a tribe. If you click on your county, Larthar Connachta. Would you like to rename that?
No. It sounds very Irish. I'll keep it.
Alrighty. You see your primary holding is next to your name.
Okay.
And that's a tribe. It's not a castle there.
The Larthar Connachta tribe. Got it.
And the tribes are interesting because you can build buildings with prestige instead of just gold. To become feudal, you're going to have to get enough money to increase your Earth Hill Fort there up to a level 4.
Okay, right now
and then
level
you could
1.
Okay. And then you could become a feudal lord. The interesting thing is that all of your other buildings, if they're at least a rank of 2, they will translate into a new building in your castle. Your market village, if you upgraded your market village to a market town, then when you convert to a feudal lord, it would become a castle town.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
But if you converted now, it would just disappear. Right now, your market village won't convert because it's a level 1, would not convert to anything. It would just disappear.
Okay.
And
I understand what you're saying now.
And right now, actually, that's 72 ducats that you would spend to upgrade it to a level 2 is much cheaper than if you had a castle and tried to build a castle town. It would be 100 and something.
Okay. All right. That's good to know.
One thing we're going to look at before we haven't even paused the game.
Oh, yeah. I understand Paradox games. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Eventually you reach a point where you can do all of this in like 10 minutes. It doesn't require quite as much thinking as EU4.
Right. But by the end of today, like in 6 hours, we might like press play. So I'm ready.
Alrighty. So we're going to go look at your laws, which is F4.
Ducal laws of Connachta.
So you're agnatic, cognatic, gavelkind.
Okay.
The agnatic, cognatic part means that girls can inherit if there are no boys.
Okay.
If you had agnatic, only boys could inherit.
Okay.
Absolute cognatic would mean boys and girls are equal.
Okay.
That takes a lot in the base game to get. Gavelkins is probably the second most hated method of inheritance in Crusader Kings 2.
Is this one where the realm is divided between the boys or the children? Oh my god, yes. I remember playing in, I think somewhere in Spain, and it kept happening, and I was so frustrated by it years ago. But okay.
As long as you had 1 duke title and 3 counties, you have 3 sons, each of your sons would get a county. Your dukedom, though, would stay with your oldest.
Okay.
The one that's worse than that is elective gavelkind, which you can see you can switch to because there's a little green check mark. Don't click that. Don't click that.
Click it.
Because elective gavelkind will actually create new titles. So let's say you conquered 2 dukedoms here in Ireland, but you only had the 1 dukedom title.
Okay.
If you had Gavelkind, it would be okay. All your sons would take different counties, but one son would still be in charge of the other sons. Elective Gavelkind, it would go, oh, there's a new dukedom. Let's make it. Boing! And then your realm would split in half.
Well, okay, so we'll lose land basically when our king dies.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Tanistry, though. Tanistry is amazing and is only open to the Celtic groups, the Irish, the Welsh, the Bretons. It's essentially an elective monarchy, but the only people that can be elected are in your family.
That's perfect.
Yes. It will tend to be so people inside your realm who the other landholders will vote, and they will tend to prefer voting for people that are farther away from you. So they'll prefer to vote for your cousin rather than you. So you're not as likely to play as your own sons, but you will maybe play as your grandson. You'll just flipping back and forth across the family.
Got it, but we'll still keep it in the family and the realm still be like in one piece.
Yes. It will still be in one piece, so that's what I would switch to is Tanistry.
Alright, should I do it now?
Yes.
Okay. Confirm Tanistry. The ruler and all vassals at 1 and 2 ranks below can nominate an heir, the Tanis, from among the members of ruler's dynasty. Vassals will tend to favor older members from other branches of the family, especially claimants. Petty Kingdom of Connachta, succession by Tanistry. Okay, did it. Okay, we have a new notification that says Successor Nomination.
Yep, so you get to vote. You're likely going to vote for your cousin because he's older and farther away, but he's also much older than you, so he's quite likely to die before you do.
Nominate successor, okay. And I should do my son?
Yep, who would you prefer? The only thing is you have to remember, if you died right now, you would play as that character, and playing as someone under a regency is not quite as bad as EU4.
Okay.
But it's still very frustrating.
All right, and we see the stats of kids when they turn, what, 12, 13?
They can gain stats right now, at any point. Okay. Like your 1-year-old son could become Fussy. Well, except Fussy is, sorry, that's Conclave. He could get a trait.
Okay, I have a cousin who is 10-7-8-4. He seems okay. So what would you propose?
I would propose selecting him. Your vassals are probably just going to vote for him anyway.
Okay. So
and he is, if you hover over, he's got a -5 under his name. He is outraged by the succession law change.
Ah, so people don't like when you change succession laws.
No, not when they were part of the line of succession before. Though in reality, he should be happier about this because he's more likely to end up on the throne now.
Right, but all my sons are unhappy about it.
Yes, all your sons are unhappy about this. They will be unhappy for 30 years.
So I will click on this guy, the bald guy.
Now you can also pick an ambition. It is the little thought bubble icon with the crown inside. What are your ambitions?
Let's see. We can amass wealth, paragon of virtue, get married. Well, obviously we should get married because we're getting married anyways.
And you'll get the prestige from it. I think you probably want to murder your vassals.
That sounds like fun. Yes, let's do it. Especially this old looking guy, Chief Art of Brefne. I don't like his face.
So you're going to go and take your focus now.
Okay.
And you're going to take Intrigue. Okay. Because it gives you +3 Intrigue.
Intrigue. +3 Intrigue, plot power increase +5%.
It will also give you an action that allows you to spy on people, which increases your chance of murdering them even more. Plus, it has events that pop up where you can either possibly murder or kidnap someone. If you kidnap them, you throw them in your dungeon, you throw them in the oubliette, and they just disappear.
That sounds great. Perfect. All right, I'm selecting this. You will not be able to change focus again for 5 years. Got it.
So about now, you probably want to pause.
Wow. Record time. Okay.
We're only, 30-ish minutes in.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right, so unpause.
Yep, see, now you are betrothed. And so in 2 more years, when she turns 16, you will get a pop-up telling you to get married.
Okay, to the Clever King, blessings upon you and our house. I've decided to accept your suggestion, betrothal. Okay, excellent. So we keep going.
And now we're also going to take a look at your council while the game's on speed 1.
Okay.
Currently, these are your best guys. So, do you still have the idle council members notification?
Yes.
Because they're not doing anything.
Okay.
Your council members are just sitting around. So, you're going to take your chancellor here, and he's going to be fabricating a claim.
All right. So he has 3 actions: diplomatic relation, improve relations, fabricate claims, and sow dissent. Okay, so fabricate claims on one of the neighbors, I'm guessing?
I would go for Argyala, just north of you. It's a single county guy.
Okay, I see it. So I just place him there? Click him? Yeah, okay.
Right-click him. Oh, there he is.
Excellent. And possible outcomes. Claim fabricated 8.96% yearly. That doesn't tell me much.
It's not very fast. If we can find someone better for you with even higher diplomacy skill, it would go even better.
So the diplomacy skill decides how fast the claim is made.
Exactly. All right. Your marshal, you can suppress revolts, train troops, and organize a raid.
Okay.
Because you're a tribal, you can raid your neighbors.
Excellent. That sounds fun. Let's do that.
Organized raid isn't quite as great as it could be, so I would suggest actually that you have him train troops on your capital.
All right, fine.
Well, it'll ultimately give you more troops. It'll increase your levy size and your reinforcement rate.
Okay. So train troops in just one county. Okay. Sorry. So what is it called? So the this is called a county? No.
Yeah, they're called counties. There's counties and duchies, kingdoms,
Okay.
and then empires. All right, next is your steward. He can settle tribe.
What does that do?
That is when you conquer new land that isn't Irish, you tell him to settle tribe, and he'll slowly start changing the try to change the culture to Irish.
Oh, okay.
If you check out the culture map mode, which is T, all of your land is Irish.
Perfect.
So that serves no purpose for you.
Not right now.
No. He can oversee construction,
Okay.
which makes things build faster. Or he can build legend, which could possibly raise warriors if you were planning to go to war.
Okay, so I don't think we are planning to go to war right this second, right?
And you don't have any claims on anyone, so that... And if the troops spawn and then you don't take them to war, they get angry at you.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
So I would just have him oversee construction in case you decide to build something.
All right, let's do that.
And then we have your spy master. He can scheme.
Plot discovery chance. Okay.
If you were a feudal king, a feudal petty king, then you would be able to collect taxes with him.
With spy master?
No, with your steward. Apologies. Chat's like 5 seconds behind us.
Okay.
10 seconds.
That's fine.
So with your spy master, you can scheme, which has a chance to find plots that are going on in your kingdom, which is always a good method for him. But you're planning to kill all of your vassals, correct?
Yeah, of course.
So you want to do build a spy network, which increases your plot power by 6%.
Excellent. Let's do that.
So who do you want to kill first?
Let's see. Let me look at it again. So one is that old guy that I don't like the face of. Oh, there are 2 old guys. Okay. Yeah, let's kill the old guy in Breffney. Chief Art of Breffney.
Yep, because he's only got 1 son. And his family only has 3 living members.
Right.
So, you know, you don't have as many people to murder to take that land.
Excellent. That sounds like a good deal. All right. So build spy network on Breffney. Okay.
That's what doing. The third option you have is to study technology.
Yes.
Which is fine if you're really trying to get technology because you need to change a law or something. Or you're really behind your neighbors for some reason. Or you have a spy master you really just want to get rid of. Then you sell him to send him to study technology in someone's capital. He's likely to get discovered, imprisoned, and killed.
Okay. Wow, that's okay. And I remember that the technology in this game is very weird, right? It's not
as important as EU4. It's sort of more fluid because technology, like things were changing during this time period in history, but there weren't big groundbreaking changes being made.
Got it.
Not like started happening with the Renaissance. All right, and your last guy is your court chaplain. His first option is proselytize? I can never say that. But that's converting counties.
Proselytize.
If you click the religion tab, which is R, all of your counties are Catholic.
Catholic, excellent. Okay, so when we take over the Norse people, then we'll use him to convert, I guess.
You can use them to improve religious relations, which is great. You can use them to improve, like in your capital, you've got a bishopric.
Capital, bishopric of Chuam, something. Okay?
There's your subholding. You could improve your relations with the priests there if you wanted to.
And what would that give me?
If he hated you and you needed to make him like you, he's not very powerful. Usually you would use that if you had more powerful religious landholders in your realm. Honestly, you probably want to pick him up and send him over to Rome and make the Pope like you.
Can we send him to England to have the king like us more?
No, that wouldn't really work because the king is not a religious authority.
Ah, okay, it works with religious authority. That's why the priest and the bishopric, I get it. Okay.
If you wanted to improve relations with the King of England, you would need your diplomat, your chancellor.
Understood. So we will send him to the Pope, man. Papacy, Rome. All right.
The third option is building zeal, which would create troops that want to go fight heathens or heretics.
Oh, nice. Okay, we'll use that later, I guess.
All right, your last one is your special minor titles. And I would make your heir, who's your cousin, your designated regent. All right. Because such as if you get bopped on the head or you get really ill or something and you need to have a regent for yourself, he's going to inherit anyway. I mean, if he helps kill you,
Right. He's there. Yeah, so okay, that makes sense.
And he's not likely to try and kill your sons because they're not between him and the throne.
So... there he goes.
And so I believe, now you have no pop-ups. But let's go start the murder plan.
Excellent, let's do it.
So Chief Art, who's in Briffine. Briffney?
Briffney? Yeah, we are probably murdering all these names, but that's okay. That happens in all historical titles.
If you right-click on him, you can spy on Art.
Spy on Art, okay. So what does this do?
So this has the chance for you to find out if he's doing something naughty, which would give you cause to arrest him.
Okay, so this is from the intrigue focus. I get it. And this is, I guess, the chance of discovering this is also dependent on our intrigue numbers.
And if he's really doing anything. You could also just fabricate things. Like, one of the choices is that he likes dressing up like a girl, or that he has a imaginary pet called Momo, a friend called Momo or something.
Or he's secretly Norse. He's right next to them.
That is true. And then we're going to go up to choose a plot in the top right-hand corner of the character screen.
Oh.
You can kill Chief Art.
Well, that's what we want to do. All right. King Tag had decided it is time for Chief Art to depart this world. King Tag and his brackets will look for opportunities to kill Chief Art. The higher the plot power, the more likely they are to find. Okay. So, plot power 56%. That good?
That's not very good.
That's not good.
You want to have it over 100.
All right. Invite potentially useful characters to your plot. Should we do that?
First, you want to click that little checkbox up above, auto invite plotters.
Auto invite plotters. Okay.
And then we can go look at people with plot power.
Okay.
You can sort people at the top by plot power.
Okay. Wow. 73%. Who's that guy? Oh, is the spy master in that court? Okay.
Yes. So he has a very good chance. If you could get him to like you. But he really likes Chief Art if you hover over the little thumbs down.
See it. Opinion of me is 6 and his is 46. Okay.
And see, that's where you're spying on. If you end up fabricating lies about him and destroying his reputation, people might want to, try to kill him.
Sure.
If you scroll down, there are 2 people that have little yellow hands.
Yes.
That means you could 12% and 5%. That means you could bribe them and they would join you.
Should we do that?
I would bribe the 12% guy. He's the older old man that you hate.
Okay.
Right click and it's send gift. It's not a bribe, it's a gift.
It's a gift, of course. And it's tax subsidized. Don't worry about it. 15 ducats, that's a lot of our that's 25% of our whole wealth.
15 ducats is about as small as you'll get the gift, especially because he owns land.
Okay, and now he's willing to join.
And he'll auto join because you have the auto plots.
Oh, okay.
To commit a murder, even if you had over 100% plot power by yourself, which can happen, though it's easier if you have like monks and mystics and different organizations you can join.
Okay.
You need another person to be in the plot to help you commit the murder.
That makes sense. You can't do it yourself.
No, you can't do it yourself. With Holy Fury, there is a bloodline you can get that does allow you to commit murders by yourself, though.
Nice. Must turn into assassins.
One danger of inviting people, though, is if they're like a drunkard, they can get drunk and spill all your plans and ruin your reputation.
Oh, okay. Then we kill them too.
That's true.
Okay, I just got an event. I and my trusted snoops and sneaks will keep a very close eye on the activities of Chief Art of Breffney. A close eye indeed. Okay, so he's just starting.
Would you like to try raiding one of your neighbors?
Sure.
All right, so if you go to your military tab.
Military tab, yes.
F6. You can raise personal levies. You have 711 troops. You notice you have 700 something now, when before you had 600 something, because your marshal is currently training more troops.
Okay. So that will improve slowly.
Well, it does cap out at a certain percentage based on his marshal score.
Okay.
On the military screen, you can also see all of your vassals here easily and how much that they all like you.
Okay, this is good. Okay, so they all like me.
And how many troops they have. Technically, they give you no levies because you're tribal.
Okay.
But if you look at From Vassal, there's a button that's grayed out.
Yes, raise vassal levies.
There's the one on the far left. That allows you to call your tribal vassals and say, hey guys, we're going to war. Do you want to come help? If they like you, they'll say, yes, let's go help you fight a war. You can't...
Excellent. And that was the thing that said potential vassal ally troops.
Yes.
Okay.
You can't control their troops, but you can tell them to attach to your armies.
Excellent. Okay, I'm not having much luck spying on Chief Art. Perhaps I should focus my efforts elsewhere?
No, tell me, you're sure he's up to something. Because even if you can't find him that he's really up to something, you might end up fabricating something, or you can possibly kidnap or kill him.
Do all those things. Excellent. By the way, there's a war going on in our neighbor. I think the Norse are attacking the Irish people. Defending against the king. Okay. They're attacking...
The Orkney Islands are attacking them. So he may not be your best choice to try and take land from anymore.
Right. Okay, I got an event. I have found out nothing new and useful about Chief Art of Brittany, but as my shady informant pointed out, there's nothing preventing me from making stuff up. The bigger the lie. He murdered a childhood friend at a tender age of 11.
Make up a lie. Make people hate him.
No, I need something real. No, I think it's time to spy on someone else. Yes, do that. He murdered a childhood friend at the tender age of 11. There's 7% chance that Chief Art finds out that I started the rumor. Not enough. Though of somewhat dubious provenance, I have received information that Chief Art of Breffney is plotting treason against his rightful liege. How should I use this exposed information? Alright. Dude, denounce him, giving me reasons for arrest and revocation. Threaten Art with exposure unless he stays out of all factions. Keep this information. Okay, so we'll definitely do the first one, right? Publicly denounce.
Want to denounce him.
Yes. Alright, my liege mission to Roma has been successful. Great. Pope Leo's opinion changes by 20 for 2 years. Okay.
Oh, that's nice. The Pope likes you.
Nice. Alright, so now I have a new notification. Righteous imprisonment.
So, you can possibly imprison the Chief of Breffney.
Let's do it.
Oh, hold on. Wait a second. You have a 51% chance. So it's a flip of a coin.
Okay. If we fail, he might declare war on us or flee to another court.
So you want to raise your army up in your capital. What we did from the military tab. Just call up all your armies.
Alright, let's do it. Raise personal levies.
You don't have enough troops to siege him down, but if you move next door to him in Mua, then you'll be ready.
How do you know I don't have enough troops to siege him down?
So if we click on his county, you see under his little tribe, there's a green bar and a red bar.
Yes.
The green bar is the garrison. Those troops don't move.
Okay.
The red bar is his levy. So if he raises up troops to attack you, then he will then those will raise up. And this is where you could take your marshal and choose the suppress revolts option and put him on Breffane.
Okay.
And it adds a plus 17% arrest chance. Okay. Because you can't actually revoke his title if he revolts against you. You can just throw him in prison and hope he dies and then turn to murdering his son.
Right.